Robert Browning's The Last Ride Together is one of his most celebrated dramatic monologues, exploring themes of unfulfilled love, fate, and the acceptance of life's uncertainties. The poem presents a speaker who, after facing rejection from his beloved, asks for one final ride with her. Through this moment, he reflects on love, ambition, and destiny, ultimately suggesting that even in failure, one can find meaning and fulfillment. Browning's philosophical outlook, coupled with his masterful use of language, makes The Last Ride Together a profound meditation on human experience. 1. The speaker's request and acceptance of fate. The poem opens with the speaker acknowledging that his love has been rejected. Rather than expressing bitterness or despair, he calmly accepts his fate and makes a final request: to share one last ride with his beloved. To his surprise, she grants this wish, and he perceives this moment as an extraordinary gift, allowing him to cherish what remains of their connection. 2. Reflection on love and human aspiration. As the ride progresses, the speaker's thoughts turn to broader reflections on human ambition. He contrasts love with other pursuits, such as political power, artistic achievement, and military success, all of which often end in disappointment. He argues that love, even if unfulfilled, provides a unique form of happiness, transcending worldly failures. 3. The role of fate and divine will. The speaker contemplates whether his love was predestined to fail or if fate has offered him this moment as compensation. He muses on how life seldom grants individuals their full desires but often provides something of worth in return. The ride thus becomes symbolic of his journey through life, where experiences, rather than outcomes, define fulfillment. 4. The ride as a metaphor for eternity. As the ride continues, the speaker envisions a reality where time ceases to exist, and the moment stretches into eternity. He imagines a world where love, rather than ending in separation, transcends earthly limitations. This thought leads to a sense of triumph rather than despair, reinforcing the idea that love's true value lies not in possession but in the experience itself. 5. The poem's climactic conclusion. The final stanza presents the speaker in a state of near ecstasy, believing that this ride may continue indefinitely. He suggests that if heaven offers greater bliss, it could only be an extension of the happiness he feels in this moment. The poem ends ambiguously, leaving readers to decide whether the ride symbolizes acceptance, hope, or an illusion of transcendence. Analysis of The Last Ride Together. 1. The dramatic monologue form. Browning's use of the dramatic monologue allows for an intimate exploration of the speaker's thoughts and emotions. The poem is deeply subjective, giving readers direct access to his internal reflections. The form also emphasizes the contrast between the speaker's perception and the reality of his situation, his unfulfilled love. 2. Themes in the poem. A. Unfulfilled love and acceptance. One of the most striking aspects of the poem is the speaker's response to rejection. Unlike traditional portrayals of unrequited love that emphasize suffering, The Last Ride Together presents an alternative perspective. Love, even when unsuccessful, is still valuable. The speaker chooses to focus on gratitude rather than regret, making the poem a meditation on emotional resilience. B. Human ambition versus fate. Browning uses the speaker's reflections to critique the limitations of human ambition. Political leaders, warriors, and artists all strive for success but rarely achieve their idealized goals. The speaker argues that love, despite its uncertainties, offers a sense of fulfillment that surpasses worldly achievements. C. The power of the moment. The poem celebrates the idea that fleeting moments of happiness can hold as much significance as lifelong achievements. The speaker's final ride with his beloved encapsulates the notion that meaning is found not in duration but in intensity. D. The intersection of love and death. The poem subtly suggests that love and mortality are intertwined. The final ride can be interpreted as a metaphor for the journey toward death, where the speaker finds solace in the belief that his love transcends temporal constraints. 3. The use of imagery and symbolism. A. The ride as a symbol. The ride itself serves as a powerful symbol for the journey of life and love. It represents both movement and stasis. Though the speaker and his beloved are physically moving, their emotional state is frozen in a moment of idealized connection. B. The landscape as a reflection of emotion. Browning employs vivid descriptions of the landscape to mirror the speaker's shifting emotions. The movement through space becomes a metaphor for his transition from rejection to acceptance. C. The light and dark imagery. The interplay of light and darkness throughout the poem reinforces the tension between hope and despair. While the ride suggests a fleeting joy, the looming presence of night hints at the inevitability of separation. 4. The poem's rhythmic structure. Browning's use of rhymed couplets and a steady meter gives the poem a rhythmic, almost hypnotic quality. This formal structure mirrors the motion of the ride, creating a musical flow that enhances the poem's contemplative tone. 5. Comparison with other Browning poems. A. My Last Duchess. Unlike My Last Duchess, where the speaker exhibits control and possessiveness, the speaker in The Last Ride Together embraces vulnerability and relinquishes control over his fate. B. Love Among the Ruins. Both poems explore the contrast between love and material achievement, but The Last Ride Together focuses more on personal acceptance rather than historical reflection. C. Andrea del Sarto. While Andrea del Sarto deals with artistic ambition and regret, The Last Ride Together suggests that even partial fulfillment can be meaningful. Conclusion. Robert Browning's The Last Ride Together is a masterful meditation on love, fate, and the human condition. Through its dramatic monologue form, philosophical reflections, and rich symbolism, the poem challenges conventional narratives of loss and failure. Rather than lamenting his rejection, the speaker transforms it into an affirmation of life's fleeting yet profound joys.